Simple vowels in French. If you have already spoken or read French, you know the challenges of pronouncing the French vowels. For example, can you pronounce these words correctly? Archaïque, pelé, biologie, colosse, superflu, psychologie. It's one of the difficult elements of French pronunciation, and we're going to start with just simple vowels here. Now let's go over the 5 simple vowel sounds. There's A, like animal, partir, cinéma. There's E, like je, pelé. There is I, like biologie, synonyme. There's O, there's closed O, like mot rose. And there is open O, like sonner, bol. And then there's U, cru, vu, ridicule. Now, you can pause the video, go back, and practice saying these words one more time. Now, we're going to go over vowels with accents, which is a little bit more challenging. There are 4 accents in French. There is accent aigu or accent aigu, accent grave, accent circonflexe, or they also call it chapeau, hat, or le tréma. Let's begin with l'accent aigu or l'accent aigu. The word aigu has several meanings in French. It could mean acute, but also sharp and high-pitched. This accent is only placed on the letter E in French. So the good news is you only need to know when it is placed on E. When it is placed on E, it changes its pronunciation. It is a open vowel. That means, now listen to my pronunciation. Été. Remember we said je? Here is é. Été. Bébé. Okay? Practice pronouncing these words. Beauté. Éléphant. Étudier. Lycée. Préféré. Été. Bébé. Éradiquer. Voilà. You can again pause the video, listen, and repeat. Now we have l'accent grave. This accent is placed on the letters A, U, or E. So it is never placed on O or E. When it is placed on U or A, it doesn't change the letter's pronunciation. It is most likely there to distinguish between 2 words that are spelled the same but mean different things. When it is placed on the letter E, it does change its pronunciation. It is similar to the E in the word met in English. So listen, and it is a closed vowel sound. So this is la, where it doesn't change the pronunciation, ou, and then there's père, like met, père. Listen to these words and repeat. Pièce, zèbre, fier, collège, mystère, modèle, algèbre, chèque, chimère. Okay? Now, l'accent circonflexe or le chapeau. Chapeau in French means hat. This is because it does look like it's a hat on top of the letters. It is, as you can tell, it is placed on all 5 vowels. Okay? It is believed that in some old or middle French words, this was there used to be an S there, and the French Academy in the 16th century removed the S and added the accent circonflexe. Okay, its pronunciation on the letter E is very similar to the accent grave on the letter E. Now look at these words. Âge, forêt, île, sur, taux. As you can tell, forêt has an S before the T, so forest. So does island, right? So the S's were taken out and then there was an accent circonflexe instead. So âge, forêt, île, taux, sur. It is placed on all 5 vowels, as I mentioned. And it does not change the pronunciation of E or U, but when it is placed on these letters, again, just like the accent grave, it is just to differentiate between the meaning of 2 words. For example, sur without the accent means on. Sur with the accent, even though they're pronounced the same way, means sure or certain. Boiter, il boite, to limp. He limps. Boîte is box or nightclub. Tâche, a stain. Une tâche, a task. Côte, popularity. Côte, coast. Okay? Now, let's start with the letter E, E accent circonflexe. Again, it is similar to the pronunciation of E accent grave, like met in English. Practice, listen and practice. Bête, forêt, être, fête. Okay? Now on the letter A, when it is placed on A, it is more elongated than the A without. So for example, remember we saw animal, and then there's gâteau, right, which is a cake. So pâte, tâche. Okay, when it is placed on the letter O, it is a closed vowel sound, like in the word no in English. Hôtel, taux. Okay, practice pronouncing these words. Âge, hâte, gâté, Pâques, théâtre, hôtel, hôpital, rôti, côte, chômage. Okay. Now, the final accent is le tréma, which is also called 2 dots. So the tréma is used when 2 vowels need to be pronounced separately. For example, in the word naïf. So if the tréma was not there, you could pronounce it as nef, and we're going to see that in a different unit. But in this case, it separates the pronunciation of A and I. So naïf, naïf. It only appears on E, I, and U. Very rarely on U. And we're going to see I think the one example that I do know with the U. So canoë, and then Capharnaum, right? That's the one. It is sometimes placed on the last U of a word, but it doesn't change the pronunciation. Now let's practice pronouncing these words. Naïf, ovoïde, haïr, polaroïde, égoïste, Noël, canoë, Israël, Hawaï, Haïti. Et voilà, c'est tout. That's all. La fin. Au revoir.